Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome to today's video where we are yet again going to be discussing this future battle to come between the new Team Kara and Konoha. In today's video, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be talking about... And that's going to do for today, everyone. If you enjoyed today's topic, I'd very much appreciate a like, and be sure to let me know how you guys feel about Kawaki's method of obtaining power, and if you agree or disagree on it. Thank you to everyone who watched until the end, and I'll catch you on the next one. It has been a while, man. It has been a minute. Specifically, what now? 9 months. Jesus. So yeah, what's up, man? How y'all been? Cool. Anyways, yes, I'm coming back to YouTube officially, and I know there's a lot to talk about because it basically seems like, you know, I pulled a Corey Kenshin yet again. Let's clear everything up from the beginning and start with the most important question, and that's where have I been? If you haven't seen the community tab, I basically said that I was done with YouTube overall, and I said this like 6 months ago. If you haven't seen it, I mean, it's all good, you know now, but it's probably shocking to you that you're just finding out in my return video that I actually quit and didn't just stop randomly uploading. If you're wondering why I never made a video about it, not to get into my personal life, but if I were to make a goodbye video, I had to make sure it was the best quality performing video I could ever make. However, I long ago since then stopped paying for my editing software, so my choice was rather to use some free editor and make a basic bougie ass final video, or write a heartfelt and deep farewell letter in my community tab, while also kind of leaving room for an opportunity to come back by not saying, you know, goodbye, I am never going to come back no matter what, because, well, anything can happen. And as done as I was with YouTube at the time, you never know what my mindset could have been months later. So I made sure to be careful with my words in the tab to say that yes, I am done for now, but it doesn't mean I wouldn't come back in a few months or even a year. Now on to why I decided to quit YouTube, which a big part of that was me being burnt out. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I lost interest in covering what I was doing since way back in April of 2021, and what was pushing me forward was realistically the success the channel had. But clearly, that could only take me so far. I had no interest in doing what I was doing regardless of the potential, and I genuinely wanted to stop. It got so bad that I just overall stopped watching anime. The only thing I kept on with is Boruto because of my love for the Naruto franchise. There are animes that have been out that I actually just caught up with like 2 months ago. My Hero Season 5, Vinland Saga Season 1, Bleach, etc. I really just got back into watching anime again this year. That is how burnt out I was. It went beyond YouTube to the genre of anime as a whole. And a lot of that is my fault. I struggle deeply with patience and pacing, especially when I'm excited about an idea I have. I'll plan to upload that video on a Saturday to space things out, but yo, if it's a great video, nah, it had to come out on a Thursday. I needed people to see this topic that I wanted to touch on. And because of that, it eventually came down to me overworking, barely going out and living outside of YouTube and the internet, and losing good topics down the line because I finished them all earlier and they were kind of too close together. For anyone that does cover anime content, you know how much work has to go into this, especially for those who make even higher quality videos. It is a pain in the ass to upload sometimes because it goes so far as to having to find so many different clips, manga panels. Sometimes your videos get a copyright claim, so you gotta delete it and change something back about it. And on top of that, depending, your videos may take a while to render. And even then, sometimes you might still get another copyright claim that for some reason it did not detect before. But nothing is worse than being an anime YouTuber who messes up constantly when he talks. When I record my audio and edit it, I have to make sure that all spaces between every sentence were cut, so there's no pauses or gaps, making sure that every time I messed up words, I had to make the transition between what I was originally saying and the fix up to be clean. And I'm telling y'all, it may seem like, you know, it's not that big of a deal, but when you try uploading 3 times a week with topics that sometimes touch even 10 to 20 plus minutes about the same damn anime, and I promise you it will get draining eventually. Editing as an anime YouTuber is not easy work. I don't care who you are, objectively it is not easy, and I definitely needed a break from it all, man, and it was worth it. I found love in going to the gym since last September. I had a pretty good year academically, things that may or may not have happened had I still been uploading 3 times a week and putting my focus on a 50-50 balance of only YouTube and school. The negative side to this all, however, is of course the hole that I dug for myself. When it comes to this channel, and from how I think YouTube works, is when you go in a specific kind of content, you are more so pushed to keep uploading it if you want your channel to succeed. Now, one, the more people who are sub to you that don't watch your videos kind of hurts your channel. And I know it's going to be quite a lot of work to even try to get back to where I was. I'm not saying I wouldn't do well, but I definitely wouldn't do as well as I am with Boruto. Probably not even close. But thankfully, which leads on to the third question, and that's what kind of content will I be doing moving forward, which is of course Boruto content. However, the success of the channel is a small part of why I am choosing to return to Boruto content. Boruto content is something I actually want to do, as there's no other franchise in the world I'm more invested in than the Naruto franchise. If I grew my channel off of One Punch Man, for example, I probably would have switched to Boruto now because it's the one series I know I will stick to till the end, YouTube or not, no matter what. It doesn't mean I'm not open to talking about other series. I mean, I'm actually into the My Hero manga right now, and I still got some catching up to do for Black Clover. But there is still quite a lot to discuss when it comes to the Boruto series overall, especially since where I left off at. So I think the best thing right now is to find my audience again and continue doing what I like. The last thing I really want to talk about regarding the future of this channel is finding ways to continue being more engaging. And not just with my community or something, it's more so with even the other creators. When it comes to fighting games in particular, you see people host things like tournaments, for example. And in that same way, I'd like to do something that also brings other creators or people in the community in the anime space together. There are of course people who do that already, but I love to get more creative with it in some way. I don't know what that is yet, sadly, but when I do think of it, I'll let y'all know. And with that being said, I do think for the most part that covers everything. By now I should have cleared up, where I've been, what I plan to do moving forward. And I apologize for those who haven't seen the community tab and felt like I ghosted, but at the very least, I'm back now, and I'm gonna be smarter about my upload schedule. My first Boruto video will be the upcoming chapter review, surprise, surprise. But I do have quite a few theories and discussions to go through these next upcoming weeks. That again, I will balance out, which is going to mean lesser videos. If you made it all the way till the end, I really do appreciate it. Be sure to hit up my Twitter in the description below. And it's good to be back.